spent most of my life in modern dance as a performer, a choreographer, a teacher. Dance is the lens through which I understand and negotiate the world, and it's that perspective that I'd like to share with you. There are tragic world events and a toxic political climate that dominate the news with stories of fear, hate, and violence. And in quieter moments, I'm able to realize how deeply these circumstances affect me and those around me as we deal with our identities and our own values. But then I return to the dance studio, my catalyst, and I continually witness the capacity that this art form has in bringing people together and creating space. I also have the privilege of teaching beginning level modern dance classes, and this amazing mix of students, they are the greatest teachers of possibility and kindness. And so I ask myself, I ask all of us, how can that microcosm of a modern dance class teach us about relating and about having a quality working environment? So I've asked some of them to come today and to help me demonstrate. Come on out. We're going to practice an exercise that we do typically in class where I'll assign them some tasks and I'll ask them to create a dance. And while that dance might not yet be a masterpiece, believe me, there's going to be much more to it than what might initially meet the eye. So thank you for being here. Let me introduce. This is Anushika and Yu Feng and Gabrielle and Yessi and Tawel Debrahan. Thank you for being here. And so these are the tasks. These are the tasks that I assigned. I'm going to read them out so it's very official. The ingredients for a dance. 1, make an asymmetrical group shape. 2, get at least one person off the ground for a moment. 3, travel to the edges of the space and back at different levels. 4, include a surprise moment of stillness. And 5, create a moment based on the concept of over, under. So I'm going to ask them to go out and practice, and then they'll show you what they've created just a little bit later. Good luck. Thanks, y'all. I am not wholly interested in the product that they create. It's the process and how they go about accomplishing these tasks that holds interest for me. The very nature of collaborating and compromising speaks to how we work in a dance studio and how that might serve as a model for living with others. And keep in mind, these folks were strangers, or at best acquaintances 12 weeks ago when the class began, and they've had little to no formal dance training. And that's an important aspect, because I don't believe in the adage of, oh, I have 2 left feet and I can't dance. I believe everybody, every body, whether that's running through a field or sitting in a chair or moving with your eyes, everyone has the capacity to dance in his or her own way. But often that sheer joy of movement gets socialized out of us. But you'll see it in little kids. Little kids have it down. They will bust a move, or they will erupt into a spontaneous dance jam. We had a group of Bucknell students who went to the local elementary school, and they introduced their program by saying, "Hi, we're here to teach you to dance." And a little boy at the back of the room raised his hand, and he said, "Well, do you really have to teach me? Because I already know how to dance." Yes, he is so right. We already do know how to dance in one way or the other. We just get so far away from that notion, or we get too self-conscious to even try. And so I believe that dance is a very valuable trait at this point because we're in this world of LED screens and disconnection and a growing intolerance of difference. But with modern dance, there's always a way in, and I believe that's because it embraces everyone. It doesn't matter your shape, your size, your age, your gender, your race, religion, sexual orientation, physical ability. When you are in that studio, there is room for everyone, and you are part of a greater whole. We're making and doing and creating in a community. And when you're in a shared learning environment like that, you've got to learn pretty quickly how to negotiate time and space. And if you don't, you're going to plow into other people. So these students, I watch them as they learn and practice a general awareness and a genuine awareness of others. And they learn to put their bodies in the space between other bodies. And they learn to synchronize their timing so that they can be together. Imagine what would happen if we applied these principles to boardrooms or meetings or any other working environment. And not only that, but creativity is built right in. They are practicing real-time problem solving as they make these dances. They are not just talking about it, they're up on their feet. So it's a beautiful balance between thoughtfulness and action. And then there's not just one person in charge. There's room for multiple voices, multiple leaders. On the other hand, if you need to hang back and follow along, you've got others right there with you, dancing alongside you in a silent solidarity. So when they come back out and they show us their dance, I'm hoping that you'll recognize that they have created for themselves this compassionate and this empathetic community, and they're engaged. Imagine what would happen if we could all have an environment like that. Come to the threshold. Kick off your shoes. Turn off your phones. Make eye contact. See and really be seen. Support each other and be supported physically. Consciously inhale and exhale. Express how you're feeling through movement. Get a little vulnerable. Take some risks. And then cheer on others who are having a similar experience with you simultaneously. So there's a wonderful choreographer. Her name is Liz Lerman, and she's got this beautiful gesture, and she talks about dance. And for modern dance, it's not this. It's this. And what I'm hoping you're going to see when they come back out and perform is that they also do this. And so I invite all of us to start a dance revolution right here, right now. And I invite them back to the stage to have the final say. So I'll let them show that what they've made. Come on out, y'all.